Recording in progress.
On this episode of the Best of Bias podcast, you already know what it is. You already know who it is. It's your boy, Best of Bias Lydell. Lydell, the Best of Bias master. I want to apologize first and foremost. Last episode, I was saying 488. I don't know how I jumped to 4. I think I did that before, too. And I said at the beginning of the podcast, and I was standing on that. I don't know where I got that from, but this is episode 289. We're still in 200s, almost to the 300s, 400s. It's a little ambitious, but we are here with another episode of the Best of Bias podcast. We talk about the Knicks winning the finals. We saw Disclosure Day. We can do a little update on Love Island and my feelings about this recoupling that just happened, bruh. Post episode 12. I think 13 came out tonight, so I'm recording this on Wednesday, so if it came out tonight, this episode 13 is out now, but this is my feelings after episode 12, so I have that to talk about. And what else? Start with the World Cup we got to talk about, too. We got tickets for the Bryson Tiller concert. We finally going to a concert after so many years, and I'll tell you what that means to me. Plenty on this episode of the Best of Bias podcast, episode 289, season 5. Just me and y'all. But hey, thank you for clicking play, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you play with me today. And I'll make it worth it, I promise. I promise. Where that theme song at, it's right here. Let's get right to it. It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. Yeah, best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Lydell Dinero, and it's time for another episode of the Best of Bias podcast. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me good? Or should I move closer to the microphone? Move the microphone closer to me. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Episode 289 in the building. 289. Again, I'm sorry. 488. I don't know where that came from. AKA got me, though. Fixed it on the video. Hopefully in the video is all cleared up. But it's episode 289. Closer and closer to 300 we go. We getting there, y'all. We getting there. Plenty of stuff coming up in the summer. Plenty of World Cup stuff. Plenty of stuff in NFL minicamp stuff to talk about soon. So, it will not be a drought as we get closer to the 300s. But thank you guys for being here today. It's another episode. Thank you guys for clicking play on YouTube. AK, thanks for the videos, like always. Make sure you hit that play button, the play button, of course, you're already doing that. The like button, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any new videos, man. We're on the road to, we still need to get to 200, man. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers, hoping by the start of next year, man. I know that's probably should be an easy goal. Maybe I do need to promote the YouTube more, but I need to start shouting it out more at the beginning of the podcast for sure. So, like, subscribe, hit that bell, tell your friends. Gaming content coming. Podcasts you already know are up here all the time, but we're just trying to diversify the page. Diversify. That's the word I was looking for. The page, so we can be able to show other things and keep everybody interested and keep it, the best of bias and not just singularity bias. But, we're getting it popping, man. We little by little. Hope you guys like the new thumbnail for the podcast. Got us doing a little art, you know what I'm saying? Just little things at a time to elevate the pod. We got that. Again, we started adding gaming content to the YouTube page, so we're starting to get a little bit of everything for everybody. We're going to start getting out there on the road, especially with the July month coming, DreamCon and San Diego Comic-Con. So we're going to post a lot more clips of travel stuff and some more travel blogs to the page, too. So just get some stuff popping. I know we post a lot, and, as you can see by the views kind of, fluctuate from here to there, but judging by the views and what we got now, maybe we do need to change some stuff up to get more, of the viewers and the Bias family satisfied with stuff they like to see. So just look out for that. Hit the pages. Always look out for Best of Bias doing new things and posting new pages and posting new content, because we're going to be always doing that. But hopefully you guys are doing good this weekend whenever you listen to the podcast. Should be about Friday, Saturday. when we're dropping the pod. Whenever you're watching on YouTube, maybe a different day. But whatever day it is when you're listening to the podcast, hope you are doing well, man. Hope the day, the weekend, the week wasn't too stressful for you. I like to say, when you click on this podcast, we're here somewhere you can just relax, let your hair down, and just kick up your feet and relax. I mean, even if you're doing something, working out, something that just help you get through your day, and just a voice that can help you just ease that stress a little bit, because I know it's stressful out there, and everybody can be a little bit of stress, can deal with a little bit of stress, but too much stress can break, pressure bust pipes, and even though pressure makes diamonds, that pressure sometimes can get a little too hard for people. So I'm trying to be that voice to keep you guys sane and welcome. So I'm going to help you do that thing. It's Lydell Dinero. We talk about a little bit of everything on this podcast. Whatever your bias is, we may talk about it. And we want you to bring it to the table so we can discuss it and bring all our bias to the table. Debate, discuss, embellish, laugh, cry together. You know what I'm saying? It's all a big family. No bias is disregarded. We're all listening. We listen. We don't judge. All that type of jazz. But anyways, today we got a lot to talk about. A lot, but a little time to do it. But actually not too much, man. Again, it's the summertime. Stuff is slowed down. NBA is over now with the Knicks winning the championship. I guess I can start there. New York Knicks, man. Congratulations, dog. Congratulations. You know me. I'm a Nuggets fan. We won our first championship back in 2023. And whenever the Nuggets don't win the championship, I kind of be like, hey, I don't really care about it. Who cares? They only get to enjoy it for a weekend. Then after that, it's back to the next season. It's a restart for everybody. And your former champions. Like, you just relish in that moment. But for real, New York, you guys deserve it. 53 years, man. Or was it? Yeah, it's been 53 years. And yeah, a lot of fans out there have never seen the Knicks win anything. Everybody's been doubting the Knicks. They've just been a team in name, you know what I'm saying? Being a big market team and being from New York, it's just so much in the media and so much romanticized about its past that everybody just kind of expects New York to be talked about as a team that was good and still held in high regard because of its market, but never really reached its apex. You've seen good players come and go through there. The Stephon Marburys, the Melos, Amari Stoudemire, of course Patrick Ewing. You've seen them all go through there, and a lot of them weren't able to accomplish what this team accomplished, and do it in the way they accomplished it. They went, I think, 12 or 16 and 3 or some shit like that. 16-3. They only lost 3 games in the playoffs. I think they lost 2 to Atlanta. They lost 1 to the Spurs and swept the Philadelphia 76ers and swept the who else did they sweep? The 76ers, and they swept the Cavs. So they really went 16-3, and that's an incredible season, man. And just being down the deficits they were in some of these games against the Spurs, against other teams, man. Been watching them all year, because coming off of what they were last year, losing to the Pacers, there's really high expectations for this team. And the trades they made, getting rid of some of the players they did that were on a successful team last year, and trading for Brunson's homeboys, seemingly the Villanova boys that he felt like, only were there because Jalen Brunson wanted them there, and that being their best player, they wanted to satisfy him so he wouldn't leave. Nobody really believed. And as the season went by and they weren't doing so well, everybody did kind of give up and were ready to blow up the team. As I commonly say when I talk about the Knicks on here, people are ready to give up. They're ready to just pack up the team. General manager, president, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, trade them all. Fucking take the salary hits and just get rid of them. But as the season progressed, they kind of got it together defensively. Brunson was able to just continue to show, no matter his size, no matter his profile, he's laid back, not really flamboyant out there. Media need to be at the center of attention, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's kind of, he just comes off as unassuming. But when he's on that court, he regularly made runners over Wemby, the biggest guy you ever seen on the basketball court. You know what I mean? His mid-range is something to be rivaled with Kawhi Leonard, Kobe Bryant, in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Being the size he was. Kawhi Leonard and Kobe at least 6'4", Jalen Brunson's maybe 6'1" in the highest of tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? Making it look easy. You know what I'm saying? Actually, no, he doesn't make it look easy. Let me take that back. After he lets it go, and it goes in the hoop, it looks like, of course, that's supposed to go in. But the way he gets it, he's smaller than everybody, so he has to get to his spot. You know, he does have that little push off. I feel like it's not as exaggerated as SGA's, and he does a little bit of the flop and stuff. But I think the way he gets it, he doesn't get as many free throws as SGA. And the way he gets his buckets at his size, I think is just a little more impressive, man. And all the doubts when he was traded from Minnesota, when he was traded from the Mavericks, everybody doubted him, and especially when the New York Knicks picked him up, when they're really not really welcoming of anybody at first when they get traded there. You saw what they did to Porzingis in the draft until they saw he was kind of good and they loved him. And then they were thinking like Brunson, like why would we give up all this stuff for Brunson? Why would we give up all this stuff for Mikal Bridges? Why would we give up this stuff for Josh Hart? Like players that other teams didn't want. Why would we trade so much to get this player here? And it's all about, all about the team feng shui. It showed us, man. Every year, a different team wins the championship. I feel like the NBA kind of feels like they figured it out, or the talking heads feel like they figured it out. Oh, it's because this team is stacked, and they have so many players that can do everything. And once one goes out, they're replaceable. Another one can take his job, or they're the team that's stacked with wings and has overwhelming talent. That can't be. That can't be matched by anybody, or a superstar player like Nikola Jokic. No matter who he has around him, he's going to elevate their talent. It wasn't like any of these teams with the previous champions that they just automatically presume that the team, what they're doing this year, just automatically means dynasty. It may be the next trend that everybody kind of looks at because the NBA changes so much, and they just assume like, okay, this team won the championship, we have to figure out why, and this is why. Let me tell you why. You know what I mean? But this team was all about bond, familiarity, trust, a little something more than quick fix. Oh, let's tank and get these draft picks, and we get all these draft picks together. They have to win the championship automatically. No, I think last year with OKC, I feel like they did run into a lot of luck, a lot of injury luck. Starting with Steph Curry, Denver Nuggets, Indiana. They lost Halliburton, as and didn't really face a lot of their starting superstar players against teams that they played. Not to take anything away from the team, because I am an OKC hater at times, but not to take anything away from them. And I feel like people do try to find excuses for a championship team every year to find some way to discredit them. They try to do it with us when we played the Heat in the championship. They played the Heat, or it really didn't count. Or the 2020 Lakers. Oh, it was in the bubble, so it was a Mickey Mouse championship. Or this one here. This was. Not this one here in particular, but last year's. Everybody got hurt on the way to you guys winning the championship, so it doesn't really matter that much. But I don't know. I think I really appreciate this team that the Knicks have this year, because it's not always about the draft picks or always about getting superstar players to play with other superstars, like the Celtics are seemingly trying to do every year. What superstar can I get to put on the team with Tatum and Brown so we can automatically win the championship? It don't matter what role players we have around them, that top end talent can take us. No. And it's not, let me trade away all our players, collect draft picks, be bad for years and years, collect these draft picks, collect these players, and be good just because we stacked the decks and had early draft picks for 3 years in a row and had top 3 picks 3 years in a row. That's not really doable by any other team. Every year they also change the rules for tanking, because a lot of the same teams that win the lottery end up winning the lottery every year. And the teams that do need the good players, the teams in the smaller markets, they seemingly never win the lottery, which is kind of crazy. I mean, Cleveland has a couple of years in a row, but once LeBron James left, I feel like they just kept getting done a favor. But they just picked their first picks wrong so many times. And then the fact that the Dallas Mavericks can trade away Luka and then all of a sudden get the first pick in the draft just to rebuild that franchise. because you can't have one of the marquee franchise going broke because you don't have a superstar. You know what I mean? It's just all kind of fishy. You know what I'm saying? So building a team that way is not really realistic. So this New York Knicks team taking pieces, taking wings, these dual players that can play offense and defense, can make buckets in timely manners. They know each other from playing in college. They have a bond that supersedes ego. You know what I mean? And that's ethical basketball, and that's what teams are supposed to be made of, and that gives us hope. Because going back to the Denver Nuggets again, everybody's ready to blow up our team. We have to trade this player to get multiple players to fill these roles to be as stacked as OKC and the Spurs. No, we don't, man. Just stay put, stay pat, stay healthy. Staying healthy itself is something that would help us get. I thought the dogs were in and not in here, but staying healthy would be something that would get us just fine, just far enough to do our thing this year. Again, me personally, I feel like wing players are kind of the most important, just because they're able to score, and especially have a good defending wing with size. They can defend like the team's opposite best player, and they can also get buckets themselves and be a threat to score, because the other team doesn't really have players that can guard you, or you can draw fouls from other players. Just things like that. So a good wing. And if you're looking to play small ball, big wings can play 5 at times, ones that are versatile and play defense. So without that, in guards that are more scorers than actual defenders, with a non-defending big that plays most of our minutes, it doesn't look good. But on the New York Knicks side, you had guards that can play offense at a superb level like Jalen Brunson, and then you have the guards that are dual guards, Mikal Bridges, Alvarado, Josh Hart, that can do it both and just cover for Jalen Brunson if he's being defended by somebody that is a hard-nosed defender and can score on the side. Jalen Brunson can switch off and guard somebody who's less lethal at scoring, and you have those offensive guards that can cover that. They have OG Anunoby, you have Mikal Bridges, who are able to guard bigger players because they're wings that are a little bit bigger, so they can guard other teams' wings, other teams' guards, and point guards if need be. And then center-wise, you have Cat, who can play, not the best defense, but still has defensive prowess as a big, can score, be really a big threat off to score. And then you have a backup like Mitchell Robinson, who is all about defense, all about rebounding, all about being that enforcer, who's going to stop the other team from getting in at times, with other microwave scorers like Jordan Clarkson, Shamet, McBride. These guys coming off the bench who can add a little bit of defense. They're not liabilities defensively. Shamet can defend. Clarkson can defend if he'd like. And, McBride can do a little something as well, but they can also be microwave scorers when those starting unit players are getting a rest. So it's all built based on team need and effectiveness in their roles. Not necessarily the best player possible at that position, and stacking players that are just superstar players sitting on the bench that could be starters from other teams. I don't think that's how it works. And they brought back that basketball. Is like, you may shrink your starting lineup, but there is players that are coming off the bench who know their roles, and even the starters, they know their roles, and it's egoless basketball that pays off at the end. You know what I mean? And though the fans go crazy, congratulations, you guys. Tear it up. Not tear up the city, but tear it up. Like, party up, tear it down, burn the roof off the place. The roof's on fire type shit. You know what I'm saying? And congratulations. The parade's going to go crazy. The year has been crazy. There's been doubters all year. Shit talking about Brunson. Congratulations on winning that MVP. Just a winner at all levels. High school, college, twice in college, winning the championship with a smile on his face, not getting back at the haters. I haven't really listened to the morning stuff and all the press run he's been doing after the championship, but all those doubters and all that haters saying he was too small, he's not a superstar, he's not a marquee player, man. Current NBA players, I put him in my for sure top 6. I got Jokic number 1. At number 2, man, I think if Giannis is healthy, he's going to be a close number 2. The way he used to dominate, he's had plenty 40, 30, 10 games. I think if he's healthy next year, he'll be back to that. I'll put SGA at 3 right now because I'm not going to hate. He is really lethal. offensively and can make shit happen. Though the flopping stuff kind of overshadowed his talent, I do think he is number 3, bringing in number 3 best in the league right now. 4, it's a tie for me between Luka and Brunson. Brunson has been proven to stay healthy more. He's obviously more effective, has won the championship for his team in New York. So I may be putting Brunson at 4, put Luka at number 5. With 6 probably. I don't know who 6 would be. Maybe Tatum or maybe Jaylen Brown right now. And I may not even. Yeah, I think Jaylen Brown's better than Wemby, and I think Wemby's pushing number 7. Again, I don't want to use this as a bashing moment to hate on Wemby again, but I feel like this is talking head. You guys did this to yourself, bro. You may think I'm hating just because you know how I feel about Jokic, but the best player in the world, bro. Why? What did he do to earn that? What did he do to earn that? What did he do to earn it? Make it further in the playoffs than Jokic this year? That's not how you earn best player in the world, bro. LeBron James has held that title, winning 4 championships, and he's still doing what he's doing at 41. I may put him higher than Wemby right now just because of that alone. You know, Jokic had to win a title to take that title from LeBron. SGA won a title, but I still don't think people think that he's better than Jokic. So, with all that being said, how did Wembanyama skip everybody to be the best player in the world just because he's 7'5"? Come on, make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Shout out to the Valkyries right now, man. We're doing great right now. 9-5, doing work in the Commissioner's Cup. Playing Dallas right now, up 11. I didn't go to the game today. Tickets were given away, so I'm kind of FOMOing right now. But they're doing well without me, man. They're doing well without me. But shout out to the Knicks again. First championship in 53 years. Shout out to the whole roster. OG Anunoby's going to get a statue out there for his help with that 29-point comeback, man. That shit was crazy, man. Sorry for not being sooner with this congratulations video. I know you heard from everybody else in the world already, and by now it's the end of the week and got all the praise and adulations you can handle. But, man, congratulations. New York is on fire right now. Man. Can't even imagine, bro. I can't even imagine how it would feel to be a New York fan and have them win in such a city that shows so much love. It's just dope. It's dope. So congratulations to y'all. World Cup, man. America, USA. You're showing your ass. I appreciate you guys showing that we ain't gonna be a pushover. We're the host country this year. Play Paraguay, right? Paraguay. This week, and we beat them 4-1 in the qualifying game. It was amazing, man. I didn't watch the whole thing. I actually tuned in after we were up 3-0. Paraguay scored, and then it kind of got into panic mode for USA. Not really super panic mode, but they tensed up and got a lot more serious because you want the point differential and you want to make sure it doesn't get close after all the hard work. But me, I'm a super casual when it comes to soccer, especially. I know a little bit more world soccer than I know about the MLS or anything like that. But it's cool to see, especially with Messi, Ronaldo, some of the stalwarts. I know some players from back when I used to play a little FIFA back in my college days. So I know some players, USA players. I know Pulisic, you know what I mean? His injury is being monitored. We'll see what happens for Australia on Friday. But we're looking good. 4-1. I saw us out there competing. People didn't expect us to do much. Of course, they're already expecting France, Spain, Germany, Portugal to have better teams than us. These European teams are stacked compared to these American teams. But I think as opposed to other years, I think we have a bunch of American players that I'll start to get familiar with enough to let you know who they are and what they do. I know if you watch soccer, you already know football if you're really into it. But I'll be watching it closely. Hope everybody is tuning in on Friday to root for the USA against Australia. There's already been some shit talking going on. It's gonna be spicy. Make soccer great again, man. Every year I feel like not every year, but every year we see the World Cup and the FIBA, the tournaments and stuff like that. We see a little more America. Fanfare, man. Maybe I was just unaware as I was younger and didn't really pay much attention to it, but each year I feel like a lot of these sports that didn't really get the notoriety, the WNBAs, the soccers, I know baseball has always been super duper big, the golfs of the world. A lot of people are getting more involved in these sports that didn't really get a lot of national notoriety, not a mainstream notoriety, I should say, because nationally he probably was way more than it was here, but it's dope. I'm down. I might need to get my jersey out here to represent if we beat Australia, man. But good showing in the first game. 4-1 is amazing. I think it's the most goals for the USA in a World Cup game since I don't know how long, in the opening game or something like that. But hey, tune in. It's all over right now. It's in the USA. Big games are in LA, so check it out, man. Stay tuned in. I will be updating you guys on the USA as it comes in. Portugal, I saw them play today against Congo. 1-1, man. Everybody expects Portugal to be robbed, but they got surprised by Congo, and they tied there. Messi scoring 3 goals in his game against, I forgot who they played, but he 38 years old, still showing out, man. It's crazy. But that's it really for sports. Pop culture wise, man, how y'all feeling about Love Island, dog? How y'all feeling about Love Island? I don't know how far you are, if you ain't really that far, if you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little birdie real quick, you know what I'm saying? I do tune in, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not ashamed to say, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of locked in. V-Ron's got me in tuned a couple seasons ago, and I'm up to date. I didn't watch today's episode again. I'm watching on Wednesday, so I saw up to episode 12 when they did that little recoupling, when they put the letters in each other's boxes and stuff like that. And I'm here to say, man, I don't know how I feel about this cast, yo. Last year and the year before, his casts were a little bit more interesting because there's a mixture of people in the house, bombshells, casa people, who we kind of thought there'd be a possibility of mingling and shit going on, but now it just kind of seems like everybody is just kind of sticking with their matches from the beginning. I know Gabriel and Corbin kind of been flip-flopping with their matches. Beatrice is gone. She got voted off the last episode when they were voting people off. And Corbin, or Caleb, that Caleb guy, he's still on the show, but I don't know how he expected Kenzie to stay with him. You can tell they didn't even get no camera time together, so it was kind of obvious that they weren't really feeling each other. And the fact that Sincere went back to Melanie after doing all that shit, all that flip-flopping, kissing, and leading Soul on, I did a lot of capping and a lot of caping, I should say, for Sincere in the situation with Melanie. And though Melanie, I can't really jump on her side completely because she is seemingly very opportunistic. She, of course, I don't know. It kind of goes back and forth because in this game and in this show, you're supposed to explore, the other people in the house and explore what connections there may be with other people in the house. But I feel like once one person feels like their flames have been snuffed out with everybody else in the house and they're ready to settle down with you now, they're expecting you to as well. You know what I mean? You played the game, you tried to holler at other people, but the other people was like, nah, I'm hollering at this person. And now that you were either denied or people talk shit to you about pursuing this other person, and you've done this embarrassingly in my face, now that I'm talking to somebody else and you ready to come back to me, I'm supposed to drop this connection I made with this other person and come back to you. Though I feel like I still want to come back to you because you really didn't really go and hook up with somebody. You just showed interest in other people and super giddy about the interest in other people. You didn't really go out there trying to make plays with other people to intentionally hurt me. I get that. in me now, this girl is interested in me and she wants me to build this relationship with her to the way I had with you. But if I do that, there's no going back and I can't be with you again and it's over with. I get it. He wanted that to be that, but okay, bruh. Okay. If the casa come up and she sees something she really do like, and she just gets pulled away and now you left on stuck now, and so is like, no, you better hope somebody comes in that villa that you like, because that's gonna be the ultimate play. And also, hopefully America feels the same way y'all feel about each other. They hope they feel the same way about y'all. Personally, I don't really know how I feel about the America voting thing, because after the America votes, doesn't mean just because you're in a couple with somebody doesn't mean you have to respect that coupling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, I'm in a couple, they recouple me with this person, I'm still gonna go make out with this person and tell this person I'm interested. If she's not interested in the person she's in a couple with, then we're gonna be a couple now. What's wrong with that? We don't have to stay a couple because America said so. I'm just gonna go back to her, and the person that's not in my couple is gonna be left by themselves, and they're gonna be going home. Or they're gonna say, no, you guys can't be together because America said so. Like, nah, I mean, America said that we can try this couple out, but if I feel like I want to be with this person, I'm going to choose this person in the recoupling every time. That just makes the most sense to me. I feel like they just try to be nice and just be like, okay, I'm going to try to get to know this person that I'm recoupled with and give them the time, and maybe I will like them and I'll stay with them because I have that opportunity. But then if the other person doesn't like the person they're with, they're just going to pout the whole time, want to give you kisses, want to make you necessarily cheat on the person you're with to go back into that couple anyway. So I'm still kind of getting used to the show, but I just kind of feel like Sincere did a whole bunch of capping. I feel like he just wanted to taste the fruits of the other before he committed to one. And, hey, brother, I'm not hating on you for that, but I don't know. I just don't want it to be like a manipulative girl is winning ultimately. Maybe that's the Capricorn in me. But it's like, I feel like in the beginning she was so manipulated. The shit that she was saying about him cheating, texting some other girl when he was in a relationship with another girl, and she got mad at him for just mentioning that. Hella mad. And then she goes and shows interest in other guys, kisses other guys, kisses two guys, I don't know who was who type shit, lies about it. And then when a girl comes in, she thinks that you're going to be interested in that, might be a little bit cuter than you. You get insecure and want to cry and make cry faces, stare the girl down, make her uncomfortable. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of forced in his hand. Would he rather meet this new girl and see what happens and have this girl pouting, giving mean faces and make the experience terrible? Or would you just go back to the girl, give her another chance for the bullshit that she did, and just experience a good time there, maybe win some money, and have this other girl you barely knew that you were kissing and lying to just be mad at you? And the whole house will even be happy with you because you chose Melanie and didn't choose Soul. The Soul will be giving you bad faces. It'll be maybe I talk myself into hearing how Sincere feels, man. He got some lips, maybe got a little booty touch. Now he's back with Melanie. Melanie's gonna let him get a little booty touch and have to do some making up to him for how he made her look crazy. But Soul and Caleb, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna last. If they want to stay on the show, they better make it last. But Casey and Anaya, man, I don't know what Anaya's problem is. America's gonna end up voting Soul in a couple with Casey if Anaya don't chill, or they're gonna have to give a dark skinned brother in the villa, give Anaya a chance to meet him, because I don't know what Casey did behind the scenes, because she's hella mad for no reason about it, and he gonna give up and go choose somebody else. I'm telling you, if you don't ease up, he gonna choose up on somebody else. Bryce and what's the girl's name, bro? Trinity. Bryce and Trinity. I would just give Trinity the money for just putting up with this guy who obviously is in love with Jack. Is that his name? The dude that's dating Kata? I think his name is Jack. He likes him. He's always in bed with him, trying to put oil on his back. showing complimenting his arms after he got done having sex with the girl. Your arms look great after that, bro. Either the producers are just doing it and they just don't care. They're just having that as a side character built for money, or bro, they just like each other and they're just gonna hook up directly after the show. Kata is trying her hardest to keep Jack interested, but it seems like Jack just wanted to hit in the hideaway, and as soon as he gets a chance to meet somebody else, he's gonna try to boogie, and Kata's gonna be heartbroken. She's way more into her, or she's way more into him than he is to her. That's obvious for that one. Gabe and the other girl. Again, Gabe is one of the guys who, as soon as he has the opportunity to meet somebody else in the villa, or in the casa, he's gonna go do that. You already know how he rocks, and the girl he's with, not to be super shallow, is definitely the least attractive girl there. Yeah, and and first of all, why are we the hideaway? I get it. You guys want to, show. Oh, it's sexy show, kissing and all that shit, but we don't need to see the hideaway. We don't need to see the toes curling. We don't need to know about the sex toys they use. We can use our imagination. They had sex. We don't have to be so blatant about them having sex. Yeah, did you get some dick? We're gonna get some dick in the hideaway. Pause. Yeah, it was just a little heavy on the aggressive. She's gonna get fucked. That's what's gonna happen in the hideaway. She's gonna get fucked. Like, bro, this is TV, bro. I guess even streaming, but bro, it's cool. We know what's going on. Y'all just working too hard. Y'all working way overtime to be freaky. Way overtime to be freaky. It's already crazy enough y'all doing the most in these challenges, making people deep throat fucking hot dogs, raw hot dogs in the Fiji heat, and then jump in slime and then spit slime into. It's wild, bro. We came for the relationship struggles and the drama in the house. We get it. They be fucking and shit, but bro, we don't need to see it. This isn't fucking Cuck Island. You feel me? This is TV and shit, bro. But yeah, check it out right now. I don't know what happened on this last episode 13. So a lot of crazy shit could have happened, and by now they could have voted and changed the couples up. But hey, man, it's some cool shit if you like drama. If you're into reality TV, check it out. Some of the best out right now. Music wise, hey, we're going to see Bryson Tiller, my guy. If you know me, you know how big of a Bryson Tiller fan I am. I don't know if I told you guys already, but we got tickets. If you saw my story, we outside. First concert I've been to in maybe a couple of years, bro. I missed Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller, which would have been one of the sickest concerts I've ever been to or ever could go to. You know what I mean? R&B, I'm an R&B head. I like hip hop, but R&B, some good R&B. I love to sing from time to time, as you can hear from the chorus and shit like that. But Bryson Tiller and Ty Dolla $ign's two of my favorite artists together. It's not Chris Brown and not saying Ty Dolla $ign don't like up there with them, but what I'm saying, it's not as big as that concert. So, but I ain't missing that one. What I'm saying, me and V Rounds, we pulling up, we seeing Bryson Tiller. We seeing Ty Dolla $ign's. We gonna know every song on the set. It's gonna be amazing. I'm grabbing merch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's going down. It's going down. There's no way that I'm missing him for a second time. One of my favorite artists, got me through college, got me through so many different parts of my life. So I'm stoked and so appreciative to be able to go and afford to go, get good seats, to take it all in. To experience the rollout of a new album and the concert together, man. Ty Dolla $ign's as well. College, late college, working years. Both of these artists, just times in my life where I needed music the most. I have music as my savior on my chest for a reason. There's times where I used to walk around jobs, walk around campus, walk around the library with tears in my eyes, not knowing how I was going to get through these days, how I'm going to get through these situations, how I was going to pass that test, how I was going to stick it out at this job that I hated, how I was going to take in this news that I just got about me being sick. It's just, there's times out there where I just push play on that song driving home where it just brought clarity and light, just calmed me down in times where I needed to be calmed. It took me to places where I need to be, took me away from places that I needed to be taken away from. And I would be remiss if I didn't give back and give my hard-earned money to see them live. And and at least give back and buy merch and be appreciative and show them in some way that music and this amazing, like, I wouldn't say piece of work because this is a collection of pieces of work that both of these artists put out just have done so much for me. So I can't wait to go. I hope V-Ron's is better ready, and as stoked as I am, I'm gonna bring it all to you guys. I won't stream it, of course not, because I want the experience to be kind of private. But videos will be coming, and every step of the way I'll keep you guys informed. But hey, October, we seeing Bryson Tiller, Ty Dolla Signs, two of my top 10 favorite artists of all time. Yeah, that's pretty high, but hey, man, it's my top 10. If you want to fight about it, we can. But, bruh, I'm excited. Moving on, I did go to the movies, man. Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg. Spoiler alert, guys, because I am going to get into this, and I'm going to tear it apart. Not me being the biggest movie critic in the world, and there's things to appreciate in this movie. Let me just preface it by saying that. But first of all, again, spoilers. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll see you guys at the end where I promote some stuff and tell you guys where to find me and stuff like that. But for real, yes, this movie, Disclosure Day, it was super mysterious, kind of a surprise drop. I mean, there was whisperings of a new Steven Spielberg alien movie out there for a while, and before the trailer dropped, I was hearing rumblings about it. And with him making E.T., with him making the classics Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, we knew it was going to be a spectacle, something big. We seen Super 8, we seen these things that were super, super big and super alien-y, and we expected it to be super mysterious. When they dropped the trailer, it was just Emily Blunt doing her weather thing, and she just bust out into the doing some kind of alien language that nobody saw, and everybody's perplexed and confused and shocked, and it's like, oh yeah, the aliens are coming and they're taking over Emily Blunt's body, and that's what it has to be about, you know what I mean? But it comes to turn out that it's not necessarily what it's about at all. It's a 2.5 hour movie, firstly, so I hope you guys are ready for that. And these big directors, Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg, James Gunn, all the big ones nowadays. I know I threw James Gunn in there. All the directors are like, it's not that, but I get it. Shout out James Gunn. No, I love James Gunn. But a lot of the movies now are about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and to kind of have to sit through movies nowadays, and we have that 2.5 hours movie time run tag. Like, we kind of expect the movie to be kind of up there and good, because you're gonna have to sit through that shit, man. Like, firstly, the movie again was nothing really like we thought. It starts off kind of like crazy. CIA, this guy stole secrets from the CIA that's going to he's going to expose to the world about aliens, and kind of just get that secret out. And we've seen that story a couple of times and how that's gone. But throughout the meeting of this guy, we start to see crazy, weird things happen. But I mean, me personally, I expect to see a lot more aliens in this movie. Basically, the CIA is it's not even the CIA. It's just kind of this branch made from the government to just monitor alien activity and kind of control what goes out to the world regarding the alien activity. So it's just kind of this shady not anti-government, but this kind of government agency that's kind of regulating all the shit that's chasing this guy throughout the movie. And he basically, I guess, saw how over time and the government has been seeing aliens, interacting with aliens, and kind of just covering up the findings from the American people and the world about the findings of the aliens. And then eventually over time they start experimenting on the aliens and killing the aliens to kind of just see what they're about, what they're made of, for if they ever thought of coming and taking over the world, presumably, or something like that. But I guess somewhere amongst when these aliens landed, these two kids were abducted by the aliens, and one was imbued with the powers to understand the aliens, and then the other kid was imbued with the powers to understand all humans. So throughout their lives, they didn't really, well, one of the people, the guy that got imbued with the language or the power to talk to aliens, his power was activated when he was 15, and the alien spoke in mathematical numbers, and the numbers were their language, and the kid started understanding numbers like people talk English at a young age, so he automatically was a genius. Can understand numbers really well. Got made fun of because he was so smart, and it was overtaken by the ability to understand numbers. It kind of popped out to him, and he was kind of confused why nobody else saw it that way because he wasn't really knowledgeable of the power that he had. He went to engineering school or, computer school to become like this engineer. And once he became that engineer, I think he got into some trouble. Actually, he was an engineer, got into some trouble for hacking some shit. He got put in jail, and then after he got taken out of jail, he got put on this team with that that super government squad that controls the alien. Or like, we're gonna use your talents as a hacker / computer guy that can understand these numbers and language to monitor our studyings of the aliens and have you kind of understand the aliens, keep track, monitor, and record all this data. And since he could kind of understand the aliens and felt for the aliens, once he saw these videos of the aliens being tortured and the government finding aliens and knowing about the aliens for so many years, he felt bad and felt like he needed to expose it to the world because the world kind of just felt like the world deserved to know that this other life is out there because they think that they're the superior beings in the world and they should know that there's something different out there. But the world, the fight against that is that the agency that's trying to keep everything quiet feel like if the people figure out that there's aliens, there'll be mass panic and everybody will freak out because they believe in religion and everybody thinks God is the supreme being. And if they figure out that God isn't real and there's things that are bigger than them out there, they'll go into a mass panic and things will be worse than if you just kept aliens a secret. And dude that understood aliens didn't feel like that was true. So the whole movie was kind of running around trying to expose this truth that has been hidden by this government agency. They tried to kidnap his girl to get the stuff back. His girl was a nun, so she was super religious and kind of felt like, though God is supposed to be the supreme being, and these aliens are these aliens are coming. They may freak people out, but they deserve to know. And it hit really hard because when the girlfriend was talking to a nun, and she was like, in the Bible they say that human is the superior being. So if aliens exist, what does that say about God? He was like, you read it wrong. In the Genesis, they said that the human is the supreme being on earth. And that kind of gives you room to believe that there is maybe other earths, that there's other beings that are supreme beings on that earth. So they're saying that humans aren't the only things out there. So there's a possibility of aliens existing. So once the girlfriend figured that out, she was riding with the boyfriend to kind of, sorry I don't know the names, to try to get the secrets out there and kind of do his thing. And on the other side, Emily Blunt, her powers didn't really activate till she was later in, looks like her late 30s, early 40s. She was a newscaster, a weather woman, trying to become an anchor, and then all of a sudden her powers activated and she can understand other languages, she can read minds, she can know things about people that people never told anybody. So she just started to gain powers that nobody knew about. And then as the guy was running, she had this feeling that she had to go. She said, I need to go north to find something. I don't know what it is, but I have this feeling. So is their powers linking up? So throughout the movie, it was just a bunch of shenanigans for them to get to each other, for the secret to be exposed to the world that aliens exist. And the aliens imbued these two with the powers because they knew eventually that they would link up and find a way to save the alien race and expose what's going on to the world and uncover everything these people were hiding. You know what I mean? So yeah, this whole movie they're getting chased by this government agency, and the main guy in the agency, you know, he lost his wife, he lost everything. So they made it his life plan and life goal to keep this alien civilization and this alien findings under wraps. But it sounds good on surface, though I haven't explained it super thoroughly. There's so much shit that happened during the movie that I just kind of felt like, oh my god, it took me out of it. The bad CGI, the action shit that happened. Sometimes when you're watching a sci-fi movie, you kind of forget it's not real anyway. So anything that happens in the movie, it's like, okay, just let it go over your head. But so much shit from the beginning of the movie, I'm like, bro, this would not happen. And I expected Steven Spielberg movie, any of these big directors to kind of at least not start with shit that's not realistic, bro. Make it as realistic as possible. This fool has all the information he wants. He's supposed to be making a drop. Or actually, no. Yeah, he's making a drop for some reason. This guy puts a gun to his back. I'm like, how the fuck did you get a big-ass backpack into a sporting event? He's meeting these people at a wrestling event. He has a big-ass black backpack, and this guy's trying to take it off his back. Firstly, you can't even get into a sporting event without a clear bag like this big anymore. So for the fact this nigga had a big-ass black backpack that looked like it was stuffed to the brim, it could have been anything in there. You know the security would have thought that was a bomb or something. How he got in there, it was already unrealistic. I know it seems like a minor detail, but if you saw it, you would know what I mean. This person had a gun on him. People were cheering. They're supposed to be incognito. I get it. Back in the 2000s, it was a trope that works. Everything is busy. Everybody's distracted, so I'm going to take what you got. I have a gun here pointing to your ribs. You don't want to get shot, so you're not going to make a scene in front of all these people, so just give me what you got. I get it. But, bro, you can't get no big-ass bag inside no sporting event. No. The train, getting stuck to one train, and him jumping off the moving car that was stuck to the bottom of the train, jumping on the train and jumping off before the other train hit the car, and the car not exploding or anything, just goes the opposite direction. No shrapnel, no nothing. They just hop on a moving train, transferring from a car that was stuck under a train. Fakest shit ever. CGI animals, I know they're not supposed to be animals. They just appear to be animals. They're aliens that appear to be animals to the people because that's the safest form and the most friendly form they can take. You know, friendly little animals, a fox, a little bird, a moose. But the CGI was terrible. How are we going backwards in CGI in 2026? We should be moving forward. I know practical effects aren't everything, but god damn, they're not even trying with the CGI. The Punisher with the video game edit. Remember the Kraven the Hunter when they had the still picture of the girl and just had her mouth and eyes move, but they had a still picture. Like, they're getting lazy with the editing, bro. These budgets are how many millions of dollars, and you skimp out on the most and crucial. I wouldn't say the most crucial parts of the movie, but CGI. You should do the best job to try to make that look real. They don't even give a fuck no more. Dinosaurs, all that shit. King Kong, Godzilla. These motherfuckers look CGI'd out, look nothing closer to being any closer to the regular people than they did back in the day. How come we're not making that? Yeah, anyways, but I don't know. But my biggest gripe in the whole entire movie, I know if you guys seen it, you guys know what I'm talking about. When they get to the end of the movie, and shout out Coleman Domingo too, because he did a great as Hugo, the guy that was guiding the two people through the whole thing, giving them the purpose on why they need to betray the government and expose the alien information to everybody. And he was really getting informed by an alien they let go. I wouldn't say Area 51, but wherever they're holding the aliens at, one of the aliens escaped or was let go by a person that worked for him, and it ended up being Hugo, the guy that they were working with to try to expose everything. So at the end, they wheel out the alien they were holding that they helped escape. They whisper to the dude that understands the alien, whisper a message. He whispers it to the girl. The girl is a newscaster, of course, so she goes to the newscaster. She goes, I have a story to tell. You guys load all this shit up. I got all this alien information. Put that shit on loop. Broadcast it to everybody in the world. Every radio or every news station. They're going to want to see this. Put it on there. Put it on loop. So we have a special for you, and I'm going to present it to everybody. So they put the shit on loop. They get all the alien footage. Anchor is presenting it to everybody, and we're just seeing hella alien footage dating back to 1930. Real life alien footage, them testing on aliens, them meeting the aliens, them befriending the aliens before betraying the aliens to test on them. And this is all being broadcasted to everybody in the world. And after seeing all this, they wheel out the alien. And the alien tells them the message, like I said, and passes it to the lady who's a newscaster. She's going to make her debut as a newscaster. All she says is, listen. And the movie goes off. Bro, I'm telling you, we had all this build-up to them evading this government agency. We had Emily Blunt and her boyfriend going at it, her just helping everybody, using her powers, freaking everybody out, and then this guy running away from everybody, letting everybody know he's a mathematical genius. He got his powers imbued by aliens. I can understand aliens. I'm tripping out. For us to get to, oh, finally, we're together. These two people meet, and we meet the aliens. We're going to see what the aliens really about. We're going to see what the aliens feel about being captured and tortured by the government. We get to hear what the aliens are really here for. We get to hear one word of the message, and they cut the movie off. I know there's not going to be a number 2, and they're going to try to leave it to our interpretations, but the movie wasn't good enough for that. The movie wasn't good enough for that. So many MacGuffins for no reason. So many, how the fuck does this happen? The scene where he is running to, what was he doing? To go grab his girl. Was it his girl or was it Emily Blunt's character? Whatever. All the cops were surrounding the cabin and walking to take the cabin. This fool is just tiptoeing behind the agents. Hella loud on the rocks. I don't know how they don't turn around to see him. He ends up getting in the car. The keys are in the car. He drives the car past all the agents. The agents start shooting the car as he gets like way past the car, so no shots in him. He drives through the house, picks up the girl, and gets away, bro. It's just so tropey and so fake at certain points. I'm like, Steven, I thought you was gonna give us something serious, something to think about. Like, why were the crop circles forming around bro while he was on the phone? Can you make that make sense? Why was that happening? It was cool, it looked cool, but why was the crop circles forming? Can you make that make sense, man? The movie was confusing. It was cool. Emily Blunt, the acting was amazing. The acting was amazing. The whole device jumping thing, they didn't explain that good enough. They didn't explain what those devices did. Like, you could obviously jump into people's bodies and can control them, but explain it. He didn't explain anything. He's like halfway explain something and then jump to another thing. Like there's like 1,000,005 rewrites for the movie. I just don't understand why it went that way. But hey, man, it just came out. Maybe I need a rewatch. If you guys watched it, had a different aspect or different thoughts about it, let me know. Hit me in the comments. Let me know. Maybe I'm just tripping. But man, I give that a hot 6 out of 10, bro. It wasn't good to me at all. Sorry, audio listeners. I had to drink some water there. I was getting parched. But hey, see Disclosure Day. Go support if you like. Go see Scary Movie still. Support if you like. Go see Masters of the Universe. It's Toy Story week right now. We in theaters this week. Hopefully this movie is good. Last 2 movies I saw, Scary Movie 6 was nostalgic, but it wasn't really that good. I ain't gonna lie. Disclosure Day, really hyped up, not very good, I'm not gonna lie. But this Toy Story, we in there. 1994 we started with Toy Story, man. Toy Story is my second favorite Pixar movie to Incredibles. And I feel like I owe so much to childhood memories to Toy Story. All the Toy Stories I've loved. Toy Story 1 and 2, amazing. Toy Story 3, I don't watch it because it was effective and sad. It was a good movie, but I can't watch that shit. That's way too sad. Number 4 is like cool. Again, it was a nostalgia play. The plot was kind of bad, but 5, they're against electronics right now. To see Woody back, all the original voice actors, is gonna be dope. The music I'm excited for. Whenever I hear You Got a Friend in Me, bruh, I feel a little something in my heart. It reminds me of Disneyland. Toy Story, I will be there. Watch at a theater near you. I'm gonna see it in the recliner seats, man. I'll be back with a review for that, so I can't wait to see that, man. And then we got Supergirl. Then we got Spider-Man, Odyssey. I'm gonna keep hitting the movies. I'm gonna keep with the reviews, man. I'm gonna keep them up for y'all, but hopefully we get better, man, because these last two weren't really it. Good thing I saw them in matinee, but hey, man, get to your movie theater. Support movies, keep them in theaters. We saw what happened when they try to put everything in streaming. It's not the same, man. Get out there to your theaters, but that's it, man. That's it in the podcast right now. Where I like to let them know where you can find me at. Of course, Instagram wise is SAC_Lydell. Snapchat wise, if you guys still use that, is Patrick_Lydell. Instagram for the Best of Bias podcast. It's Best of Bias on Instagram and Best of Bias on TikTok. I'm gonna try to fix it up, man, because I know on the podcast where you guys download everything, it's Best of Bias, but I have everything else promoted as the Best of Bias podcast. The podcast and on Instagram and on TikTok. I think even on YouTube, I think it's the Best of Bias podcast. But either way, you'll find Growly. You'll see who it is. Just click play on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit all the bells, aka thank you so much, like always. We have almost 200, 300 videos on there. We've been working, man. Every week, look for us. Hit that like button, subscribe. Leave a comment, too. More gaming videos coming. More videos of everything. A little bit of everything for y'all. Because we like to keep y'all fed and keep y'all interested. Hit that bell so we can, maybe one day get into like a Kai university of our streaming university of our own. I know we too old there for there now. But, you know what I'm saying? Let's get our presence up there. Like on Twitch as well. Get those Twitch followers up. We're still on the road to 50 followers. Lydell_Dinero on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, hit that bell whenever I'm streaming on there. You'll be notified as well. But love y'all. Y'all stay cool out there. It's hot as hell, but enjoy y'all summer. I know a lot of people's on summer break. Shout out to all the grads out there. Congratulations for graduating. Happy belated birthday, Granny Bia, because we were just at the party last weekend, partying it up. If you guys saw my post, we was having a good time. Shout out to her. And go get Shadows in Blue, excuse me, on Amazon right now. Written by, produced by Sherry Bunny from the mind of Sherry Bunny. So go check it out. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Where that theme song at? I am Lydell Dinero. This is episode 289, and this is season 5. See y'all next time. Yeah. It's the best of bias. You need the earful. You should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias.